Sometimes I just want to become a ninja. I want to sneak around the world and making sure that I can get all the things done magically and they just don't understand what's going on. And you know what today we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about how you can become a woof, 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 Payments Hub Ninja. You can take care of everything you need for your merchants right on Payments Hub. Whether it's your merchant side or your partner side, we can do it all. But I'm not the only ninja on this call. I brought two other incredible ninjas on the screen right now. In the center of your screen, ninjing up in Glenwood Springs, Colorado, it's Jenny Rickle. Jenny, how is life in Colorado? And have you seen any ninjas around?
I thought I saw one, but they're sneaky, so I can never really tell, especially when I'm running around in the woods, right? And things are doing really good. Summer is here, getting excited for a lot of things that are coming. The Chicago show is coming up soon, so we're starting to chat about that. Really excited and happy to be here.
All right. And on the right hand side of your screen from Warsaw, Indiana, just 2 hours north of here, where I know there's lots of secret payment hub ninjas all around in Warsaw, Indiana. How are you, Mike Stetzel?
I'm well. I'm not quick enough to catch them, but doing well here in Indiana as you are. We're hot and it's time. I love it.
It is the summertime,
It is
and
here.
there's nothing better than summer. I just love summer. I love the other night. I just sat outside, and you could see Saturn really clearly. I sat out way too long. I didn't go to bed. I wasn't watching. Didn't have the phone on, though. I did pull the phone out to bring the stargazer up so I could make sure it was Saturn. And what I was looking at, and I just sat out, and it was just nice, and had a nice cold beverage, and it's just you just can't. I just love summer. It's a good time.
Amen.
Now, let me make one announcement before we go. We're going to go to what's new, and we're going to start with Mr. Mike Stetzel is going to tell us a little bit about what's new, some Payments Hub updates before we talk about some tips and tricks that are make you ninjas of Payments Hub. But I want to announce this right now. Email should be going out here shortly. For those who have submitted business with PayProTec this year, we have a special thing that you qualify for in Chicago coming up here in just a couple weeks. I think we're probably 5 weeks from today. I think it is. I didn't count. I think it is 5 weeks from today. It is July 31st in beautiful Chicago, Illinois. We have rented out a super yacht, and we have about 30 seats on that yacht for drinks and entertainment, just hanging out. We're going to we're going to start out on the Lake Michigan coast and see all the skyline from Lake Michigan. Then we're going to go through the locks, and by we, I'm not going to be there. I'm sorry, I'm going to miss out on this one. But you're going to go through the locks and go up to the river and take an architectural tour and learn about the history of Chicago all at night for several hours on a beautiful sunset cruise out in Chicago. I can't think of anything better to do in Chicago. And you're going to get the email, and you have to do a couple things for us. One, we know partners like to sign up for things and then not show up for things. In our world, that usually works on, but this one is specific because we want to fill every seat, and we know we're going to probably get 50 or 60 people that want to come. And so it's first come, first serve. When you get the link, you have to you're going to get the email if you submitted business with us. If you haven't, you can hurry up and submit business with us for the first time this year and get qualified to be able to do it. And you can jump in and when you sign in, they're going to send you a link. You need to do two things for us. One, you sign them, fill out the form, and then it's going to send you an email to verify that you are coming. You need to do that. And then 1 week before, it's going to send you another verification, and you need to click there or we give your ticket away. We're going to do it through text message and email. Either click it, you do, but you got to click to verify that you are going to show up on the 31st in Chicago at 7 p.m. in beautiful the Burnham Bay is where we meet the boat, which is just by Soldier Field. So that's our announcement today. Now, Mike Stetzel, are you ready to tell us what's new? We'll send it out an email here with this an email form, I think, on Monday. But there's some new things that have come out or some reintroduced things to Payments Hub. Can you walk us through a couple of what's new?
Sure. I tell you, the biggest reintroduction is going to be that of pay by check, ACH, pay by bank, whatever you want to call it. I've always called it ACH, but I think that's a little old school now. So just know that it's called pay by bank. It gives your merchants an option to accept a different form of payment than credit cards. Traditionally, we used a third party for that, and we weren't able to make any money, is the brutal, honest truth here. So in this case, we can make money. It's simply an 8 cent buy rate. Your merchants can add ACH in the portal on their own. Your new merchants, you can add uh, right on the application, and you'll add pricing and things like that right there. there is suggested pricing there of 1% with a minimum of $1. So be on the lookout for that. Um, Here's a new thing too for people that really love to use Apple Pay is we can now send invoices and click on that pay to click to pay the invoice, and you now generate the customer can generate a QR code to pay with Apple Pay, believe it or not. So um, it's something that is uh, going to be something for a lot of people. We all know people, and maybe a lot of you are those people, but people love Apple Pay.
Okay, that was one of the most profound things you've ever said, Mike. We
Did I
all
say
know
people
people.
love
No, the quote is, "We all know people," and I just thought,
people
Mike, you are
that?
so. This
Yeah.
is Socrates here. You're right. We all know people. I got you. So, but the Apple Pay thing is very cool on Payments Hub, and it's cool because if you have a Pay Anywhere device, or if you go on your or using the Pay Anywhere app on your iPhone, you can accept any NFC payments. But let's say you're on your laptop, Windows or Mac or Linux, or if you're using some other system, as long as you can get to a website, it'll pull up a QR code that'll link it right to Apple Pay. And I won't be surprised. I don't know this. This is not a speculation. I could be 100% wrong. Let me put another screen. I have no inside information, but my guess is this is a new feature that Apple Pay put out not too far. I'm going to assume that Google Pay is going to put this out at some point too, to be able to use that QR code and be able to integrate in there. But it is a really nice thing because I love, I'm going on vacation next week. I love not ever carrying a wallet. I have my phone
Mhm.
and my watch. In fact, I've even tried because I have cellular connection on my watch. I often will just take with my watch and I pay with my watch and I don't have to, go back to the car when I'm taking a hike. I lock that in the glove box and go do that. So that is it. Did we miss any on the What's News, Jenny? I'm not, any other What's
There's some
News
more updates
templates
for
and
the
yeah.
reporting in the chargeback section. Just some more information to help the customers as well as you as the sales partners. What's the status? What's needed? It's really itemized out. There's actually now a section where you can go ahead and attach within the portal any documentation that they're asking for. So if they're asking like for, receipts or any additional information, you can just upload those into the portal instead of having to email them over to your relationship manager or the chargeback team and like, did they get it? What's going on? You can just upload those there. So there's a lot more. I mean, it's like we were heard, right? There's a lot more use of ease for researching chargebacks, which is going to help everybody's life, hopefully.
And we love being helpful in this world and being able to do things like that. I lost. There we go. Okay, it is the right screen. Just making sure. I lost my screen for a
So
second there. Like my
so
screen
that's
flickered, but I
our
didn't.
what's new, huh?
Yep. That is what's new. Now we're going to go into turning you all into Payments Hub Ninjas. One of the things I think you guys don't spend enough time in is this resource that's been created over the last 5 years called Payments Hub. And it started out, it was replacing an old thing for some of our OGs in the PayProTec world. Maybe you used to log into this thing called Agent Info Center and you tried to put a, life is so much easier. Things are so much forward.
Mm.
And even though we rolled out a new UI that sometimes people don't like change, you're going to see that I think in the next 6 months, you're going to absolutely love some of the new changes that are coming in Payments Hub. But we want to make sure that between Mike and Jenny, that we're giving you the best tips or tricks to make, if you aren't using these tools, you're old school. You're probably getting like, well, I'm not going to say that you're getting left behind. You're just doing more work than you probably need to. So I'm going to start, since I started before on the new What's New with Mike, I'm going to go to Jenny first. Jenny, can you tell me what is your first tip trick to help our partners become ninjas when it's coming to using Payments Hub?
Absolutely. So, something that I actually look at every single day, and it's because the questions come to me from the sales partners, is where is the equipment? Right. So, whether it's a new order for a new merchant or something happened and it had to be swapped, I get a lot of questions is when did that equipment go out? What's the tracking information? When I go look at it, I'm just going into the Payments Hub portal, right? So if you go into the merchant sections under deployment, you can search a specific merchant or it'll just give a list from the recently shipped out to the oldest. And you can like look back at information even for the longevity of your portfolio. And that's helpful too, because if a business is like, I didn't receive it, you can literally go into the portal, go track it, find the information and say, well, it shows that it's signed for. So you have this ability to go in and help troubleshoot these and I don't even want to say troubleshoot, but provide this information, set the expectations, and really help. What this helps out with new merchants is you can pick up the phone and call them. Hey, I see that you got your new terminal. Do you have any questions? Right? Be a little proactive. So I really do think that this section is a little bit underutilized. It's kind of hidden in the background a little bit. You have to select deployment, but it's really, really, really helpful with just answering business owners' questions about where is their equipment.
I love it. And I'm going to show this on the screen. I never know exactly how to do, but I'm going to show it quick. I'm logged into a partner that I just quickly texted and they said I could do this. But you're going to quickly just click on merchants and then click on deployment and boom, you're going to have all, whether your completed statuses, and if you click, you go in further. It is very user friendly. It's 2 clicks. It moves quickly and you can keep track and you can sort by shipment date or order stat. You can change how you want to sort your statuses on the view. It's a really, really good tool. Like that a lot. Mike Stetzel, what is your tip these partners need to be using to make sure they're ninjas when it comes to Payments Hub?
One of the things that I think you could introduce your merchants to on the merchant version of Payments Hub is by going to business settings and then have them click on integrations. There are things there like Davo. Davo is a system that helps the merchant remit their compute their sales tax and remit their sales tax from their credit card processing. This is something that I've heard many agents come to us and say, well, why don't we have that? Well, we do. It's a little bit hidden away. We have another integration with QuickBooks Online where you can sync your daily processing with your QuickBooks Online account. And then factor 4, gift cards, reputation management, connecting to your Google reviews. All these things are active when you're using Pay Anywhere through the Payments Hub. So that's just one of the cool things that is not looked at very often. So it's called business settings, and then go to integrations. They'll see all these choices there, and there's 2 to 3 times more than what I just mentioned.
Yep. And those integrations, Mike, that's a great tip. And I'll take the Davo one. They're now rolling out, and you can use them on the Payments Hub level, but they're also on the POS level too. Like I know Quick just rolled out the Davo. They have several merchants, and man, being able to, if you can problem solve, especially those who have multiple locations, which plug for our POS Uncensored, where we're going to talk about setting up multiple location POS deals here at 1:30 Eastern. We'll be doing that here just a little bit. But when you have merchants that, like here in Indianapolis, if you have multiple locations and you have one in Indianapolis and one in Carmel and one in Fishers, the sales tax is different in each location slightly. And if you're in Chicago, it's even crazier if you start going out in the suburbs of Chicago, or you're in New York. And this software just fixes a problem for you. And it's really, really important to use. Those who are probably single locations where they have one set sales, they may not think that they want to let a third party, though they may want it too. But as soon as they have complexity, because it not only makes sure that they're completely compliant and doing everything legally to make sure the Department of Commerce and the Departments of Revenue in their states and in their jurisdictions are actually going to be good with how they're doing it, but they're going to remit it. They take care of so many steps. They save hours and hours of work every month. And that is one value that can set you apart. And Mike, I think that's a great one point for our partners to do. So Jenny, as we continue to teach our partners how to be, you can tell I was a martial artist back in the day. Jenny, what's another way they can be a ninja with Payments Hub?
From a partner perspective, something that I think is really underutilized is the templates for the online application. If you have a really set piece of equipment and pricing, and most sales partners do, like you find your niche, right? Once you find your role, you really go for it. This is going to be the equipment. This is the pricing. Everybody loves it. You can just create a template within the online portal. So the equipment, the pricing is set. So all you have to do is enter in an email address and a phone number, and you can provide a link to send over to the business owner. So you can literally, like less than 5 minutes. I haven't timed it, but I'm pretty sure I could do it in like 2 minutes. Just go in, create a template, put in a phone number and an email address, and bam, there's going to be an application for a business owner. And so it's really streamlined. You know, everything in there is correct. And then it really just shows that you're on top of it, right? Like, hey, Mr. Business Owner, would you like to sign up with me? Oh, we're going to set you up. One moment. Let me send you a link. It's done. So I think that's a really good feature that definitely could be used a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, templates, I have, I can bring that view up, and there's not really so much I can show here in looking at the templates. but this is particular. But you can have as many templates you want. It shows you when you're last used. It's going to. It's just you can make whether they're ready to use. This is all about speeding up your application process. And we will always, I can't imagine a time we don't accept paper applications, but I also am still surprised there are so many partners that are doing it the old way when there are online things through Payments Hub that are much more powerful, faster, more reliable, more accurate. We everything doing things. I can't think of anything that paper application other than maybe a person is unwilling to ever go on a computer. That may be, but at the end of the day, it's actually safer to do it on the online portal than to do it through app submit links and through sending those out than to actually do it through a paper application. It just really is. All right, Mr. Mike Stetzel. I know that you have been
Certainly.
secretly working. Oh, go ahead, Mike. Yep, you
Oh
ready?
no, go ahead. I didn't know what the question was. I said
Well,
sure.
well, I was just telling you, it's time for you to, because I'm pretty sure in your childhood you probably were, a little bit of black belt in karate or taekwondo, and I think it's time for you to bring that knowledge and to bring it to Payments Hub. What's the next tip you have to help our partners
God,
become
there's.
ninjas when it comes to Payments Hub?
I'm with you. I spent so much time doing that. Yes. You know what? One of the coolest things. So this is a little hand-in-hand tip on the partner portal. That dashboard looks a little bit different now, but if you look carefully, there's a place that says Customize Dashboard, and you can move those tiles around wherever you want them. My segue into the tile that says System Status. Click Subscribe to updates. What that means is you're going to get notified when there's a system problem within Payments Hub, within the partner portal, within Pay Anywhere, any type of thing. Late bank deposits because the Federal Reserve was late last night. You're going to get notified if you sign up for those updates at the same time we all do. So it will save you a call to tech support or customer service when everybody else is going to be calling too. So Nate's posting a list of things here that is involved with these system updates. It's merchant processing, it's pay anywhere, it's the enrollment section of the partner portal, it's the paymentshub.com merchant portal. So anytime something's wrong and it's been detected and there's somebody working on it, we're notified, you be notified as well. So just a little hint to make your life a little bit easier on those days when, knock on wood, it doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, you'll be aware.
Oh, and you white labeled partners, and you want to say, man, I would like to put this on my own website. Let me show you a little trick. You just go over here in that same place where you can put your email in. You can click over here on this little thing and subscribe to the RSS feed. You can embed that on your website if you don't know how to the person who designed your website. It's really easy. It's a quick thing. And all this can be operational for you. And you can say, hey, you want to check on all my services? Everything is with PayProTec. Just another way that you can white label it. You can make it look however you want. And it'll still say, but the merchant processing, then when you expand it, it's going to tell you all the different partners. You can describe that as you want, whether the Federal Reserve and all those. But man, stay on top. We're giving you the tools to be in charge of making sure you have the information. No need to go and jump and call Mike Stetzel and Jenny Rickle when there's a downtime, because you're going to get the same information from where we're getting it. And actually, you can probably get it faster, because what happens is we get like 30 calls instantly, then 50, then 100.
Yes.
And we're like, let me tell you where I'm going to go. I'm going to go to trust.paymentshub.com, or the link's right on your paymentshub.com portal. Right when you log in every time, it's on the right-hand square. It's just the way, right, guys? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Empower. All right. Whew. I feel like we're getting there. We're getting there. We're going to do one more ninja hack to make sure from each of our, from Jenny and from Mike and Jenny.
Excellent.
What is your next ninja hack to get our partners ready for using Payments Hub?
Yep. One thing that I also think that some people just don't even realize is there is our ability to see transactions. So we can't see live transactions, but we can see anything within 24 hours. So often, along with where's my equipment, where's my money? And I get a lot of that too, right? So there's a section within the transaction, within the merchants tab, you can look at their transactions. The first thing I look for is if they're batching. Maybe I can just see their transactions and see if they have active processing. I can go ahead and look for a specific transaction. So if somebody says, did this $13.12 transaction from Monday go through on the American Express card ending in 1234? Like, you can see that. Again, there's a 24-hour time period, so you can't see anything live. But I think that a lot of sales partners don't realize that instead of having to call customer support and wait for them, or again, try to reach out to us and have us go through those steps, you can log into the portal and find information about any payment transaction, which is definitely helpful.
Perfect. I mean, yeah, that's and teaching your merchants to be able to do that too. They have the same access. Partners and merchants have that access, and it helps alleviate some of that panic that goes on when things and be able to be
Yeah.
informed of what's going on, and especially with deposits and everything else. Mike, are you ready? I want to keep us moving.
Yep.
What's your last hack to make us all ninjas when it comes to payments
I
hub?
think that's a great point that you guys were just talking about with the merchants being able to see that and encourage them. I know people that live by that email they get every morning, and they freak out if for some reason we miss one, or the automation's broken. And
Mm-hmm.
like and they don't think about even looking in their bank. So it's that email, it's that payments hub stuff. So another reason to get them onto this system. Another thing that I think, I don't know if it's a huge thing, but did you know that Pay Anywhere merchants can upload a logo to display on their receipt or on the customer facing screen right through the payments hub? It's a simple thing, but how cool is that? That it's not just typewritten like our regular terminals are, Mike's Bar and Grill. It's Mike's Bar and Grill logo, very cool, right there at the top. Pretty good size, really. So let them know, hey, identify yourself, and have that out there.
I anything you can make it to make it more personalized to you. And did you
Yeah.
know that if you wanted to, you could white label this whole payments hub, and the only time they'd ever see paymentshub.com is when they first logged in, and then from then on you would see Jenny Rickles payments or Mike Stetzel's payments and your logo and your design and your colors. You could do that too. We'll talk about it, and we've talked about that. You can look it up or talk to your relationship manager. We're going to get to the closing word here as we've learned how to be ninjas with Payments Hub. The thing that we always remember is that you should be actively looking at all the new tools that are coming into Payments Hub. It's there for you. And Mike Stetzel is going to do our closing word here in just a moment as we finish up a beautiful day here in January, our last one in June, and we won't be back for 2 weeks.
Mm.
Can you believe that, man? Life, it's going fast. Summer is going as fast as you possibly can imagine. We hope that this is our last time to see you before the 4th of July, a week and a day from today. You will be 4th of July. We love this time. We're starting to see our volumes start kicking up because those fireworks stands are really starting to pop. That's always fun, literally. Hopefully not too much popping at the stand, popping other places. That's what we want. But we want to see those little spikes of all the payments as everybody puts their money on the fireworks stands and then blows up that money. And we're very grateful for it. And remember that you could be in a yacht hanging out with PayProTec royalty, going down the shoreline of the lake shore, in beautiful Chicago, Illinois, getting a tour down the river north and going through the river and seeing all the beautiful architecture, seeing the sunset as it sets right there on the lake on a beautiful night on July 31st at 7 p.m. And you've got to sign up through the email that's going to be sent to you in the next 24 hours, probably this afternoon, but for sure by tomorrow morning. So thank you guys very much. Mike Stetzel, are you ready? What is our last word of the day?
I think so. My first word of this has to be my admiration for you as well. As you said, the shoreline of the lake shore.
There,
That's
hey,
also,
that, hey,
I can be
the,
outdone, evidently.
the shoreline of the lake shore. Let me tell you, there is no lake shore without a shoreline, and there's no shoreline without a lake shore. And
And it's
I'm
actually
standing
Lake
by it.
Michigan.
There we go.
And
So
Nate is correct. That is a great time to get out on that boat, have some food, have some drinks. I've done it before, and it's just a beautiful tour up and down the river and the lakeshore, like you said. So, anyway, again, I can't say enough about having the opportunity to go to these events. Uh, Having just been to Orlando with our SEAA group, we had 9 staff members there, and I can count probably all 9 of them that have since had personal contact with the people that were there, and we've helped them with something specific that they wanted by the conversations we started there and finished here. Nate could probably tell you he's had several more people contact him than most of us. So make it so you can get to that event July 31st. Get in that deal if you haven't done it yet. Call us. We'll help you get that deal in. And hopefully we'll see a bunch of you July 31st in Chicago.
Love it. On behalf of Jenny Rickle, Mike Stetzel, Nate Manahan, we thank you guys for joining us on this office hours. We'll see you again in 2 weeks, and go have an incredible 4th of July. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.